Hey guys, and welcome on in to another episode of Picks on Net, NHL Picks and Stats. I'm your host, Terry Edelman at T Picks over on X, ready to break down the Wednesday slate. If you're looking for premium plays, head over to picksandparlays.net. 3-0 in premium plays for me yesterday, cashing the over in Anaheim and Columbus, the over in Edmonton and Pittsburgh, and my best bet, Wild money line. No sweat winner there. Yesterday in premium plays, and a pretty good day on the show as well. So we'll jump right into it here. 2-2 day on the show, which for a lot of cappers that are betting those minus 140, minus 150 plays, 2-2 is not a good day. But for me, 2-2 is a great day. So we'll get into it here. Dylan Guenther, anytime goal plus 180. Unfortunately lost. I don't believe he had a single shot on goal. When I checked there in the third period, it was at 0 late in the third period. So I don't believe Guenther even recorded one shot on goal. And if you're not going to record a shot on goal, you're not going to score a goal unless there's circumstances that you're awarded a goal or something like that. But overall, a loss here. Zach Hyman, anytime goal, plus 180. A nice winner here in this one. This Oilers-Penguins game went exactly how I wanted it to. Hyman scored, cashed the over 6.5. And then right at the end of the game, to make sure that it was going to be a winning day, Brian Rust scored a plus 230. So a 2-2 day, but you're cashing a plus 230 and you're cashing a plus 180 equals a very nice day in player props. Fortunately, Quinn Hughes' anytime goal did not cash. Definitely had a couple chances, but got an assist, had a great game overall, but was unable to score. But that's okay. I forgive him. Wild money line minus 115. Made no sense to me that the Wild were at this price. They've dominated the Capitals. The Wild, one of the hottest teams in the league. Washington has struggled. So I took the Wild minus 115. And spoiler alert, Wild are in Columbus tomorrow, and they're minus 110. Minus 110 in Columbus tomorrow. You guys know what's happening. I'm taking the Wild. The Wild should not be minus 110 against Columbus. That's not priced correctly, and that's going to be a game people are going to say trap, trap, trap. The Wild have a lot of injuries, and I wanted to talk about this too here. So the Wild minus 115 against the Capitals at home makes sense. The Capitals are a very good team overall in the year. And the Wild currently have 7 injuries. 7 injuries. And that doesn't include trading away Marco Rossi, trading away Zeev Buem, trading away Liam Ogren. So this Wild team is just ravaged by injuries right now. Yet, they just won 5-0, and they just won 6-2 the game before. Something special is happening in Minnesota right now. Injuries are not. Minus 115 here at home, minus 110 on the road in Columbus tomorrow is just not priced correctly. So you guys know I'll be taking the Wild tomorrow. Might stay off the player props. I might just stick with Wild money line at minus 110. Just not priced correctly whatsoever here. But we'll jump into the chat and see what people are thinking. I see your comment, OG, but because I can't bring it up on the screen, but I see it. Thanks to OG. Everyone hit the like button. Now, Pittsburgh fans are going to get very angry seeing this, but this does make a lot of sense. If for some reason Sidney Crosby does decide that he wants to make the playoffs and he wants to go on a playoff run, this makes a whole lot of sense. First of all, great friends with Marc-Andre Fleury, who retired but is still involved with the Wild organization in some fashion. Bill Guerin, of course, won a cup with Crosby. They have a great connection. I would absolutely love. I couldn't even express how much I would love to see Sidney Crosby in a Wild jersey. If you add Quinn Hughes and Sidney Crosby, you're probably going to win the cup. That's just my thoughts. That's exactly what the Wild need to do. Then again, getting him is not going to be easy. But if he does decide that he wants to go on a playoff run, the Wild are a good spot. Way to pick those premium plays, Terry. Very nicely done. Thank you, Rich. So I'm selective, obviously, with my sides and totals, but yesterday was just a pretty easy day selecting those. Axel Sandin Pellikka is hot right now. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. I was looking at his point prop yesterday after the show, which I saw like plus 220. I'm thinking, wow, because he's actually been hot lately, and he scored a goal. So actually, we'll talk about him in a little bit. Hi, Terry. Hi, Timothy. How's it going? Your Blue Jackets versus my Wild tomorrow, Timothy. We're going to see what happens. Tarasenko finally, not only did he finally do something, but that was probably his best game in years. 2 goals and an assist. Danila Yurov, after the game, basically said that Tarasenko should shoot next time and not pass to him. But hey, that's okay. Fantastic game by Tarasenko. And if we're going to get any of that going forward, oh my God, this team is scary. Thanks to you, it was really easy as parlaying Hyman Rust was 9-1. Very nice. I like to see it, Brett. I like to see it. Finally made a live show. Great plays yesterday, T. Wish I wouldn't have got greedy with my parlay. Yeah, parlays are tough. Go small. By far best show on Twitter. Thank you, Brett. I appreciate that. I hope everyone's doing well. Thanks, OG. How are we doing, chat? I'm doing pretty well. Hope everyone else is also doing well. I almost took to Foley live with 8 minutes left, and what happened? He scored. Oh, no. That sucks. And John Klingberg is another player that is extremely red hot out of nowhere. So something to keep an eye on with San Jose games. But having said that, we are going to start today's show. And if you saw my post on X, there's a pretty big plus money player prop coming here on today's show. So LA Kings, not in this game, LA Kings and the Florida Panthers. The Kings plus 120, road dogs, Florida minus 140, home favorites, and a total of 5.5 here in this one. Danil Tarasov confirmed for Florida. 3-5-1, but a 2.84 goals against average, 903 save percentage. Anton Forsberg most likely starting. Darcy Kemper, of course, leaving the game early due to injury involving Mikko Rantanen. So people who don't like Rantanen really don't like him right now. There's a lot of hatred towards Mikko Rantanen the way he's playing recently. But Anton Forsberg will likely get the start here. How are these two teams doing recently? Well, LA overall 14-9-9 in the season, 10-3-5 on the road. They've been great on the road, but the Kings have lost 3 in a row. 3-2 overtime loss to Seattle, 2-1 overtime loss to Calgary, and then a 4-1 loss to Dallas in their last game. Florida is heating up. They've won 4 of their last 5, 4-1 against the Islanders, 4-3 against Utah. A 6-2 loss to Colorado, but losing to Colorado is nothing to be ashamed about, especially the second night of a back-to-back on the road. It makes sense. But since losing to Colorado, 4-0 in Dallas, 5-2 in Tampa Bay. Now the Panthers are back home off a 4-game road trip here. When I look at this side in this one, it's incredibly difficult. Florida, 3-1 in the last 4 meetings between the teams. 4 of the last 5 have gone under 5.5. When I look at this game here, I think Florida money line is a good parlay piece. I think the Panthers end up getting the win here. The Kings, if they're going to be without Darcy Kemper for any length of time, Anton Forsberg is not a goalie that I trust to win games. So would look at Florida in some fashion here. Ultimately didn't get to anything here in this game, but lean the Panthers. Shots and goal streaks, Kevin Fiala over 2.5 shots and goal, minus 118, 4 of his last 5 games. Point props with value, Seth Jones, over half a point, 3 games in a row, 4 of his last 5, plus 115. For Seth Jones to get a point. Goal streaks, Verhaeghe 3 of 5, plus 220. Anton Lundell has scored in back-to-back games, plus 333. And Brad Marchand, back-to-back games, plus 186. And he has had success against the Kings, scoring in 4 of his last 6 games against the Kings, 2 multi-goal games during that stretch. So Marchand, who has scored in back-to-back games, 3 goals total during that stretch. Marchand might be heating up again. So keep an eye on Marchand. Assist streaks, Carter Verhaeghe, back-to-back games, 7 of his last 10, plus 147. And Seth Jones, 3 games in a row with an assist, plus 158 here in this one. Ultimately, a pass for me on today's slate. Let's go to the chat. Damn. Yeah. All the Sharps were on the Flames. I'm glad I ignored it and hit a nice same-game parlay. Sharks and Celebrini point. Very nice. Very nice. Yeah, you definitely cashed with Celebrini. He had a great game. And what a goal. What a beautiful goal. Here, Irish King cash, San Jose money line, Celebrini anytime goal. And it didn't have to be a beautiful spinorama goal. It just had to be any kind of goal. But just happened to be a beautiful one. So great job by Celebrini. The Sharks team, watch out for them. Watch out. Just got my lunch ready for today's picks. Awesome. Awesome. Enjoy your lunch. I got greedy too. I took Graf, Klingberg, anytime parlay. Would have been a nice payout, but wasn't meant to be. Oh, no. Yeah, hey, if you're going to spring, nothing wrong with getting greedy if you're doing small little parlays and then bigger amounts on the single plays. That's how I would go with it. But nice one. Irish King wish I took anytime goal instead of the point. Cashed heavy in NHL yesterday. Bees money line and Geek Freak anytime goal. Yeah, he's hot again. Wild money line and Boldy anytime goal and many more. Very nice to hear, Irish King. I'm on Panthers money line over 3.5 same game parlay. I could see it. Forsberg and net, and the Panthers are heating up now, so got to keep an eye on it. Graf had a breakaway, almost scored. Oh no! Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that. What's up, Terry? Hey, Sweet Pickles. Not too much. You're not taking Verhaeghe? No. He scored in his last game. Back-to-back games before that, he didn't score, so he might get in the score sheet here. He has been shooting the puck a lot. 3 shots on goal in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of his last 9, and actually his shots and goal prop has a lot of value. Verhaeghe, over 2.5 shots and goal, plus 107. As I said, 8 of his last 9 games, he has at least 3 shots on goal. So maybe I should be on Verhaeghe as well, but going kind of low volume with today's slate. Verhaeghe anytime goal is not a bad look, Robert, at all. Fiala has 1 point in 5 of his last 6 on the road, minus 132. All right. Reinhardt assist, plus 110. Don't hate it. Marchie on fire. Yeah, he's starting to heat up for sure. Had the Sharks myself. Saved my night. Also bet the Avs plus 144 during the second intermission. Very nice. Terry Edelbags. Yes, sir. That's me. But we'll move on along to our next game, which is the Utah Mammoth and the Detroit Red Wings. Utah, plus 105, road dogs. Detroit, minus 125, home favorites, and a total of 6 here in this one. Take a look at goalies. Let's see here. I just got distracted seeing Kochetkov is confirmed for Carolina. I was kind of hoping we'd see Frederik Andersen tonight, but we'll get to that game shortly. No confirmed goalies here. Both teams on the second night of a back-to-back. Should be Karel Vejmelka against Cam Talbot. Similar numbers overall. 14-9-2 for Vejmelka, 9-5-2 for Talbot, 2.78 goals against average for Vejmelka, 301 for Talbot, 891 save percentage for Vejmelka, 883 for Talbot here in this one. How have these two teams done against each other in the past? The road team has won the last 3 games between these two teams. And Detroit has really struggled against this franchise/team overall. They really struggled against Arizona, but of course, now Arizona, now Utah. The team split the meetings last year. Back-to-back games finished with 6 goals. So the total has been kind of a push between these two teams. I probably should go back to Dylan Guenther today, but I'm not going to, which means he's likely going to score. So keep that in mind for your guys' betting purposes. But I will take Alex DeBrincat, anytime goal plus 140 here in this game. Obviously, a player, when he scored in 3 of his last 4 games, I want to take him. But when he scored 2 goals in 3 of his last 4 games, then I really want to take him. DeBrincat, 2 goals against Calgary, nothing against Edmonton, surprisingly. 2 goals against Chicago, 2 goals against the Islanders. He's red hot right now. I'll take his anytime goal here, plus 140. I do see plus 150 at DraftKings as well. So DeBrincat, he's got that hot stick right now, so we're going to take him. We are going to take him anytime goal here. Should I sprinkle on 2 goals? Probably should put a couple bucks in the 2 goals as well, but I'll stick with anytime goal here, plus 140, and then watch him score a hat trick here, but that's fine. Shots and goal streaks. Alex DeBrincat, over 2.5 shots on goal, 4 games in a row, 8 of his last 10, minus 130, but good to know he's shooting the puck. Barrett Hayden, over 1.5 shots on goal, plus 110, 4 of his last 5, 7 of his last 10 games. Point streaks with value, not a whole lot. Sean Durzi has a point in back-to-back games for Utah, and 3 of his last 5, but that's basically it. Goal scoring streaks, Dylan Guenther and Alex DeBrincat are the 2 hottest goal scorers right now for both teams. Power play point streaks, not a whole lot. Assist streaks, Lucas Raymond, an assist in 4 of his last 5, 7 of his last 10. I really do lean with Raymond assist here. I think it could be a good look here. And if I'm remembering correctly, I believe that Utah's penalty kill is not very good. Or am I wrong about that? Hold on a second. Actually, yeah, I don't see it here. Actually, no, Utah does have a good penalty kill. Okay, I was wrong about that. 5th overall. So I was going to say look for maybe DeBrincat power play point, but maybe not. Maybe not here. In this one, I would lean with Raymond assist here as well. Would have liked to see better power play numbers, or worse penalty kill numbers, for Utah. But Alex DeBrincat anytime goal here in this one. Let's go to the chat. Let's go, Scary Terry. Thank you, Vichin. I think. Panthers first game at home after road trip, so can't lay minus 140. Yeah, I get that. No Verhaeghe assist today? No. But goal might be a good look. But I wish he could have got it for 40. Yeah. Tough one, but good bet. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. His 2 goals last night were nice. Yes. And I hope he keeps it going here. Sean Durzi point is plus 190. He had a point in 3 of his last 4. Yeah, he's been good. Ooh. JVR has 4 goals in 5 games versus Vejmelka. Is he starting? He is supposed to start. Yes. Now, too bad these teams couldn't have faced each other a week and a bit ago because JVR was red hot, but he's not scored in 3 games in a row and only 1 shot on goal during those 3 games. So the magic has kind of run out with JVR, but that's great numbers against Vejmelka, so want to talk you guys off it. Both teams on a back-to-back. Utah stinks. Detroit money line for me. Yeah, I lean with Detroit at minus 125 here at home. I lean with them as well, but don't like the side. No JVR play, no, but with Robert mentioning those numbers, those are pretty good numbers for him. So hopefully he shoots the puck, because if he's not going to shoot the puck, he's not going to score. So we'll see what happens. Guenther point 6 of 8 overall and 3 state versus Detroit. Parlay piece. All right. Yeah, should be, especially after a bad game yesterday. Still can't believe Caps couldn't get 1 freaking goal for the over 5.5. That's the Gus bus. That is the Gus bus. And I do want to mention people might be wanting to fade the Wild when they don't see Jesper Wallstedt in net or think of the over. Philip Gustafsson is of course, he doesn't have the best stats in the NHL like Wallstedt does, but just because Gustafsson is in net does not mean that you should run to the over or fade the Wild. He's playing very well. So, but yeah, Caps couldn't score. They're struggling as well. Carolina team total over 3.5. Carolina 4-win streak, both teams 7-3 last 10, and Kochetkov confirmed. Yeah, we'll discuss that game here shortly. We will. Got to take Axel Sandin-Pellikka plus 800. Don't have access to his point or assist props, so I'll just take him to score. Yeah, let's see here. Why don't I? Oh, there he is. Plus 850 to score. He scored in 2 of his last 4 games overall. And shots on goal. 2 shots, 1 shot, 1 shot, 1 shot. So I can't get on him with just shooting 1 shot on goal a game. But good luck. Hope he gets there for you. Yeah, his goal last time was dirty. Very nice. Last matchup was 6-3 win versus Nashville. Yeah, we'll talk about it. He's disgusting. Yeah. JVR has been promoted to power play 1 without Kane available. You guys are trying to make me bet him, and I kind of want to. Like, what all you guys are, these are great information you guys are bringing up. Net front, for sure. For sure. Second night of a back-to-back. Maybe I should just sprinkle on JVR goals plus 500 I'm seeing. So, yeah, we'll do a little sprinkle on it. Let me write it down. Don't forget. JVR goal. Small quarter unit play. I'll sprinkle on it. I have to here. You guys forced my hand. You forced my hand here in this one. But great stats. So, did I mention everything in that last one? Yes. Okay. Carolina and Nashville. The Hurricanes minus 185 road favorites. The Predators plus 155 home dogs, and a total of 6 here in this game. In net for Carolina, Pyotr Kochetkov confirmed 5-1, 2.1 goals against average, 902 save percentage. UC Saros unconfirmed 12-10-3, 2.94 goals against average, 897 save percentage. How are these two teams doing recently? The Canes have won 4 games in a row, 4-1 against Columbus, and then 3 shootout wins in a row. 3-2 against Washington, 4-3 against Philly, and then 3-2 against Philly. The Nashville Predators on the other side, surprisingly, have won 3 of their last 4 games, beating St. Louis twice and beating Colorado. The Predators 8-2 at home, 13-15-4 overall. They had the 6-3 loss to Carolina, and then since then, 4-3 shootout win against Colorado, 7-2 win against St. Louis, 4-2 loss to Colorado, and then a 5-2 win against the St. Louis Blues. So the Nashville Predators are playing well right now, especially offensively. They're scoring a ton of goals here as of late. Now, I was going to potentially look towards Nashville team total over, but was really hoping we could get Frederik Andersen. It would have made everything perfect here in this one. Previous games between these teams, Nashville actually 5-2 in the last 7. They've had success against the Canes. 4 of the last 5 have gone over 6.5, and 6 of the last 8 have gone over 6.5. For me here, give me Ryan O'Reilly over half a point. The first time I'm betting a Predators prop all year long. Give me Ryan O'Reilly over half a point, minus 113. Now, I shouldn't necessarily say this for sure, but it sure looks like he wants to be traded, Ryan O'Reilly, because he has been absolutely red hot recently. Probably wants to go to a contender. Point in 8 of his last 10 games, 4 multi-point games during that stretch. Now, didn't have a point. The one of the games he didn't have a point against was against Carolina, surprisingly. But 4 games in a row with a point, multiple points against St. Louis in his last game. He's just playing really well right now. Overall, a point in 5 of his last 6 against the Carolina Hurricanes. So was on a point streak against them before that last game. And he's playing so well right now. So I'll take Ryan O'Reilly over half a point, minus 113 here in this one. Shots on goal streaks. Michael Bunting over 1.5 shots on goal, plus 106. 4 of his last 5 and 8 of his last 10 games. Been shooting the puck a lot. Obviously, Ryan O'Reilly point, which I went over. Taylor Hall, back-to-back games at the point, plus 152. Goal streaks. Philip Forsberg, Michael Bunting, both 3 of their last 5 games. Forsberg plus 186. Bunting plus 475. Back-to-back games at the power play point for Philip Forsberg, plus 300. And then assist streaks, Ryan O'Reilly, 3 of his last 5, 7 of his last 10, plus 160 for an assist here in this one. We'll go to the chat here. Chat is trying to get you to bet him, and they succeeded. You guys succeeded. So there you go. I just have to. LMAO. Yes. Laughing. Good choice, Terry. Thank you. Thank you, Kurt. Luke Evangelista has 2 goals in 2 games versus Piotr. All right. Seth Jarvis, anytime goal, or Svechnikov, anytime goal. Seth Jarvis covers over 2.5 shots on goal in 8 of his last 9 on the road, and got 5 shots on goal versus Nashville on the 7th, minus 115. Very nice. Very nice. Carolina players to shoot the puck. There's always usually value if you get a good number, because the Hurricanes just shoot the puck whenever they can. So I'm assuming that you don't hear shoot from Hurricanes fans like you do every other team, because they do shoot. So Blake, anytime goal, plus 275. Last time he played the Preds, he scored a nasty goal. All right. Too bad Carolina power play isn't one of the best in the league, because Nashville giving up the most penalties over the last 10 games. Probably why they're involved in such high-scoring games recently. Alexander Nikishin, 3-game point streak, plus 1,100 to score. All right, best of luck. But we will move on along to our next game, the Winnipeg Jets and the St. Louis Blues. Winnipeg, minus 155, road favorites. The Blues, plus 130, home dogs. And a total of 5.5 here in this one. Connor Hellebuck unconfirmed for Winnipeg. Joel Hofer confirmed for St. Louis. Hofer 5-7-2, 3.15 goals against average, 890 save percentage overall on the season. How are these two teams doing recently? Well, Winnipeg was just in complete free fall mode, but Connor Hellebuck returned, and they were able to beat the Capitals 5-1. Then lost 3-2 in overtime to the Ottawa Senators. So was that one win just happy to see Hellebuck back? Are they going to go back into their losing ways? We'll have to see, obviously. The Blues, they've lost 3 of 4. 2 of those losses against Nashville, a loss against Boston. They did beat Chicago 3-2, but that's nothing to be excited about right now. So when it comes to the side here, I'm not interested here, obviously. I'm not taking the Blues. I may not bet the Blues all year long as a side. And the Jets, not a team I trust right now. Even with Connor Hellebuck back, the Jets are just not in the best form. But I posted on Twitter earlier, or X earlier, no player should be plus 2,500 to score a goal when he scored a goal in 3 of his last 4 games. And when I checked later, when I was making the backgrounds for the show and I locked plays in, the books did adjust a little bit. So 2,500 down to 2,000. Give me Logan Stanley anytime goal. This is not a full unit play. It should say quarter unit there, but I totally forgot to type it in. quarter unit play, not a full unit play here on this one. Logan Stanley, anytime goal, plus 2,000. If you're tailing me on something today, this is something I would tail on. Just because it's plus 2,000. He scored in 3 of his last 4 games. Don't go crazy on this. Even just a little sprinkle, $5-10 gets you a couple. If you put $10, I think you would get a couple hundred. So even if you can't put a lot on it, I would just sprinkle Logan Stanley here because there's just so much value with him at plus 2,000, having scored in 3 of his last 4 games. Really, I don't think any goal scoring prop should be at this price, but especially someone who has scored in 3 of his last 4 games and is facing the St. Louis Blues. So we'll go with Stanley, plus 2,000 here in this game. We will look at guys with value here. Shots and goal streak, Josh Morrissey, over 1.5 shots and goal, minus 118. He's done that in 4 games in a row. Point props with value, Justin Falk has a point in 4 of his last 5 games for St. Louis, plus 163. Jake Neighbors is heating up 3 games in a row with a point, plus 105. Other than Stanley, Gabriel Velarde's on a goal streak. 3 of his last 5 didn't score in the last game, plus 220. Assist streaks, Kyle Connor assists 7 games in a row, minus 130. No value there. Jake Neighbors, 3 games in a row with an assist, plus 201 for Jake Neighbors here in this game. Jets, Blues, draw, plus 300. All right. Andrew McGinnis equals Logan Stanley. Oh, I saw. Okay. When you posted that, I was like, why are you saying that? But now I can see it. They do look very similar. So that's kind of funny. Golfing Stars fan. They do look similar. So I should message Andrew and tell him, hey, you should be betting on your twin to score tonight. Logan Stanley here in this game. But final NHL game for the night, and then I have a PWHL play that I'm giving out here on the show. New Jersey Devils, plus 155, road dogs. The Vegas Golden Knights, minus 185, home favorites. And a total of 5.5 here in this one. Quickly going back to this last one here, previous games between the teams, Winnipeg 4-3 against the Blues in the playoffs, 5 overs, 1 under, 1 push, and then Winnipeg 5-1 in the last 6 regular season games, but 3 of 4 going under 5.5. So regular season games between these teams, Winnipeg is 1, trended towards the under. Then in the playoffs, Winnipeg barely won, trended towards the over. But back to this one. Starting goalies here. No one get announced. Jacob Markstrom, unconfirmed. Carter Hart, unconfirmed. Markstrom, 8-7-1, 3.56 goals against average, 874 save percentage. Carter Hart, 3-0-1, 2.61 goals against average, 899 save percentage here in this game. How are these two teams doing recently? Well, the Devils coming off a 2-1 loss to Vancouver in their last game, and Vegas has won 4 of their last 5, 4-0-1 during that stretch. Obviously, a 3-0 win against this Devils team, 3-2 overtime win against the Rangers, 5-4 shootout loss to the Islanders, 3-2 overtime win against Philly, and then a 3-2 win against Columbus in their last game. All on the road, now back home. They've had a few days to get ready here for this game. When I look at this one here, there are some game time decisions here, or guys that are day-to-day for Vegas: Pavel Dorofeyev, Jack Eichel, and Shea Theodore. I need to know that Vegas is healthy if I'm going to be backing Vegas as a side here with those guys. Those are 3 incredibly important players to the lineup, especially Eichel and Theodore. So I kind of lean with Vegas here, but the Golden Knights have been an overtime team as of late. They've been going to overtime a lot. So I don't want to take them in regulation. I don't want to take them on the puck line. I was considering team total over, but if you look at previous games between these teams, Vegas has won 4 in a row, 3-0, 2-0, 3-1, and 3-1. So all 4 games under 5.5, all 4 games under 4.5. But they cover the puck line in all 4 games. New Jersey scoring 1 or fewer in all 4. So usually low scoring games, Vegas winning here. This game, unfortunately, I can't get to anything here. I'm just kind of priced out here, and don't want to be overloading on props when there's guys injured here. Pavel Dorofeyev was just heating up too, 1 point in 4 of his last 5. We'll see if he can play today. Jesper Bratt, 0.3 games in a row, but minus 170. No value with that. Not really any goal streaks. Power play point streaks, Pavel Dorofeyev and Jack Eichel, 3 of 5, back-to-back games, but both day-to-day. So we'll see if they play. Assist streaks, not a whole lot with value. Jesper Bratt, back-to-back games, minus 105 here in this game. We'll see what happens here, but I can't get involved with this one. Robert Thomas on a 6-game home point streak versus Winnipeg, minus 162. Good parlay piece. All right, I agree. Connor still needs 1 for 300. Wow. Is he ever going to get there? No, I'm kidding. They are also super tall. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Bet the house on Logan Stanley, you say? Elbow cough? Well, if you do and he cashes, then way to go. Super happy for you, but no, don't bet the house. A little sprinkle. Golfing Stars fan wants to borrow $1,000 from somebody so that he can go bet it. Hannafin cover over 1.5 shots and goal in 6 straight. Cover in 6-3 last 9 versus New Jersey. Very bad stopping defenseman shots and goal. Minus 188 parlay piece. Very nice. Very nice, Terry. It's funny. I was in the Ice Guys chat yesterday, and somebody thought that we were the same person all this time, Terry. But no, there are 2 different people named Terry in this world. So there you go. But it's okay. Next up, we have a PWHL play. Been very low volume. Obviously had a parlay the first night. Kind of been staying off, waiting for more stats here. And we've have obviously a few games here now. Looking at this game, Boston Fleet entered this game 4-0-0 on the season. They've won all 4 games, 11 goals for and 2 goals against in 4 games. Boston has got off to a really great start here. Now, only one of those games on the road where they won 3-1. And then on the other side, New York Sirens, not a great team last year. So far, 2 wins, 3 losses, 10 goals for, 11 goals against. So haven't necessarily played bad. 2-3 on the season so far. They've only played 1 home game. They won 5-1 in that spot. So a good win there for the New York Sirens. When I look at this game here, it's Boston money line at minus 110. You're going to give me a team that's undefeated, that's dominated their opponents so far in the year. Minus 110 price. I'm going to take it here. So we're going with Boston Fleet money line minus 110. Now, some people might be looking at the total here and thinking, ooh, be very careful with PWHL totals. It is a lower scoring league, obviously, than the NHL. So totals, I would kind of stay away from totals here. I would be much more looking towards the side, which I am. So give me Boston money line minus 110 here in this game. But that's today's slate. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe button if you're new to the channel. If you're looking for premium plays, head over to picksandparlays.net. I have 1 total play here on today's slate and already getting started on tomorrow's slate. And that's basically it. I see Boston money line plus 105 at BetOnline. There you go. Very nice. My thoughts are the books are not necessarily paying too much attention to the PWHL. Obviously, with all the other NHL, there's college football right now, NBA, NFL still. So I'm thinking that the books, we might get some value here at PWHL lines, which I think we are here in this one. But thank you everyone for watching. Best of luck today. We'll see you guys all tomorrow for another episode. Picks on Net, NHL Picks and Stats. Best of luck, guys.